Hello, it's Bob Pandolfo on Friday, October 3rd, 2025. Welcome to Power Pace with Pandy. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to talk a little bit about my new system, the Triple Edge Handicapping System. This is the book that comes with it. It comes with a PDF book. So you get a little PDF, you download it, click on it, it opens up, and you get a handicapping book about, I think it's like 16 pages, 14 pages. And it explains the system, but also has some different handicapping information, and so that comes with it. And you get instructions, and then you get the system. So I'm going to go over a card. They had a really good card the other day, Horseshoe Indianapolis, one of their best cards of the year, where they have all these stakes races, and really it was a very good betting card, full fields. I gave out a horse on Wednesday because Naira was closed. They didn't race, an aqueduct. So I gave out this horse in the first race, TV Victory, who won. He looked like the main speed in the race. On Horseshoe, on the first race, in the first race at Horseshoe Indianapolis, he was ranked second on my new system in average speed. But he was also ranked first in speed and class contenders in the first race, TV Victory, and he paid $8.20. I wanted to talk about my average speed rating that is in this system. A lot of people have different theories, I guess, on speed, and sometimes people say, well, just pick out the best recent. Some people say use the last race. You shouldn't use the last race, by the way. That's, the last race can be an indicator of form, but you don't want to use it to evaluate speed, unless it's like a horse that only raced once or twice. But, overall, average speed is better, and I'll tell you why. As far as win percentage, as far as the predictability of speed figures, whether you use one speed figure or you use average speed figures, the win percentage is going to be similar. The thing is, with average speed figures, the ROI is better. And besides that, it's just a better overall look at a horse's ability to average 2 or 3 races. So let's look at this. So I said this horse had the second best speed figure on average speed. TV Victory. He won, paid 3-1 odds. The second race was a bunch of first-time starters. The third race, my Mr. Perfect. Let's see how. So you rank him by speed. He had the top speed. Now these two asterisks with this system, I have these asterisks in there to showcase that this speed figure is, might be better even than it looks, because especially if the horses are priced. These are long shot indicators. I'm not going to spend too much time on those today, but I will have videos where I'll explain more about these asterisks. They're very potent indicators of 4 different priority long shot ratings from my other systems. But anyway, my Mr. Perfect was the top figure. He also had the top speed and class contender, and he had the second best current form rating, which is a new rating in the system. And he won and paid $4 and just got up by a nose. Then we go to the fourth race, and in the fourth race, we just take a look at it. Top speed was Mondavia, who didn't do anything. Rapid Justice really didn't get much of a look here. He's ranked down here. Go to the fifth race. So I'm going to go over the whole card so you can take a look at the system. In the fifth race, again, this was a really good card. Good betting card. We rank on speed. Pied Piper was second on speed figures. These two horses, the 5 and the 6, clearly had an advantage on these speed figures. Pied Piper also was second on current form rating, and he was first on speed and class contender. And you can see he paid $7, won easily. The other horse that had a good speed figure just versed, ran fourth. So speed figure did pretty good there. Now you're going to go down to race number 6, and we rank on speed. The third ranked horse, Baltimore Heart, paid $14.40. So Midnight in Finley finished second. He has one of the asterisks. Again, I'll go over those in another video. Then we go down to race number 7. And in race number 7, Spooky Ridge. Rank on speed. Spooky Ridge has the top speed. He has 2 asterisks, which is a good sign. He paid $5.80. And the 5-horse, who was second ranked and had 2 asterisks, finished second. So it was a cold exacta, and the exacta paid $11.20. I think Spooky Ridge had a couple other things going for him too. Let's see. This is the 7th race. Yeah, he had he was second in speed and class contenders in that race. Then we go to race number 8. Race number 8 at Indianapolis on October 1st. Corningstone, the 5-horse. Let's see how he looked. Rank him on speed. Oh wait, that's the 9th race. Rank him on speed for the 8th race. Corningstone, speed figure of 90. He had the advantage of 4 points. Paid $4.80. The 1-horse finished second. He also was top ranked by a pretty nice advantage in speed and class contenders. Now, the reason why these are all zeros is that's the way I designed it. I'll talk about that again. I wanted to try to, eliminate horses, use this to kind of eliminate horses, narrow in on contenders. So this is a good sign that this horse, Corningstone, had the field strength speed, which is sort of like a class rating. He had by the highest field strength, meaning that he was racing against the best horses, coming out of the best races. And he had the speed and class contender rating, and there was only one other horse that had that rating. So, and he paid pretty good, $4.80, considering that his ratings looked pretty good, looked very good actually. His class, his speed, his current form rating was good too. Then we go to the 9th race. And this was an interesting race. And this is again why average speed is better than singles, using like one speed figure. So here you can see that the 6 and the 9 both have an 86 rating. So they're tied for first. And they ran first and second. But look at the odds. The 9 paid $57. The 6 horse went up from 12 to 1. Look at the exacta. The 9-6 exacta paid $633.60 for $2. $633 exacta. And as you can see, they both have an 86. They're tied. Now this was, a stakes race where it was very competitive. And I looked over this race, and you could see the speed figures are all close. Very good betting race. And that's one of the reasons why you were able to get good odds. But also, people were looking at one speed figure instead of average speed. And this is only average in 2 races, but still, it's so much better. I like averaging 2 or averaging 3. My Formula Pro averages 3. This one averages 2. Now in this race, in the 9th race, he didn't have anything else ranked on top, but their speed and class contender ratings were good. But there you see it, the 286s, the only 2 horses with 86s, $633 exacta. Then you go to race number 10. Q's Top Notch won and paid $11, the 9 horse, in the 10th race. And let's go over to the system, rank on speed. And he was on top rated horse. He also has the top field strength, meaning he was coming out of the strongest races. And he's got the top ranked speed and class contender, which is another rating that I'll go into in other videos. These are compounded ratings, It's basically artificial intelligence in a way, because that's, you're using a computer system. That's what artificial intelligence is they're using a computer system to grab all kinds of data and blend it into, a formula that in this case that I created these formulas. But so that's the top ranked speed horse again, $11. And I think the exacta, it was, as you can see, it's 9-11, and the exacta came out 9-11. The top 2 speed horses, $34.80. That was actually the third race so far that where the top two horses completed the exacta. And then in the 11th race, Spirited Justice. Top ranked speed class of contenders, top ranked field strength, 23 top ranked current form. And he paid $6.60. And I think the 7-3 exacta was also cold here. Let's see. Yeah, 7-3 exacta cold. And again, they both have asterisks, which is a very good sign. Very good sign. So another cold exacta. And this was, the reason why I'm showing this card too, this was not an easy card to handicap, yet you could see that, the average speed, some of the other ratings did good too, like, speed and class contenders, but the average speed alone, was very effective on this card, and there were all these big fields, stakes races, difficult races to handicap. And of course, the average speed had a $633 exacta. So it just works. It's funny too, because this is based on Brisnet speed. We're using Brisnet file. That's how you use these computer systems. You use the Brisnet data file. And you hear people say, well, you got to use these type of speed figures, or you got to use the, buy the expensive speed figures like that, have them on a graph and everything. Yeah, I don't really believe in any of that. These speed figures work great. You don't have to spend, $50 a day to get speed figures, And the thing is, speed figures are, an educated guess anyway, so there's always going to be certain numbers that are more accurate than others, but that's just the way it is. And it doesn't make any difference who's doing the speed figure, because, it's not a exact science in the first place. And that's another reason why averaging is better than using one number. Right? So this is the new system. Now, of course, $89.99. You get the instructions, you get the system, and you get this PDF book that I showed you, in the opening. This one right here, the Triple Edge book. So I will have more videos on it. I'll put the link below if you want to take a look at it on my website. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. It's free, and that really helps me out. And lots of luck at the races.